Using Google Forms is a great tool because of the ease of access in which you can look at the data afterwards. So I'm going to just show you some easy tips and tricks on ways to easily look at your data. The first is creating formulas so that you don't have to hand tabulate all of the students' responses. You can very quickly create formulas because this is just a spreadsheet. So if I want to find out what the average of all these responses are, I click in the cell that I want that average to appear. I click the formula button and choose average. And then you just go ahead and click and hold down and select your range of cells that you want to average. Let go and hit enter. And now I know the average is 1.0625. If I want to round that up or simply go to 2 decimals, I can click the 1, 2, 3 for different formats. I can either round it or I can round it with 2 decimals. Another formula that's extremely helpful if you have a multiple choice question is the COUNTIF formula. It will count, in this case, how many responses were caring and how many responses were funny and how many responses were prepared. So I'm going to create myself a key over here for all the different responses. And then I'm going to go ahead and create a COUNTIF formula. To do so, I will click the formula icon, but this time choose count. I want it to count if, so I'm going to add an if on the end, if the variable is creative. So within the parentheses, I will go ahead and select my range, and then a comma, and in quotation marks, the response I'm looking for, and hit enter. I now know that there are 7 students who responded that my greatest strength is that I'm creative. So now I'll go ahead and do the same thing for caring. Again, I have the cell selected. I choose count. I'm going to add the word if, so count if within the parentheses, my range of cells, followed by a comma, and my variable in quotations. And I know 5 students responded with that response. And then you can go ahead and finish creating your formulas. Another great tool for analyzing your data is using filters. Filters allow you to look at just pieces of your data. This is very beneficial when you have many columns of data and many rows of data. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select one of my columns. It doesn't matter which column is selected because the filter will appear for all columns. And just to the left of the formula icon is a filter icon. When I click that, what it does is put drop downs in the cell of the question. And now, for example, the multiple choice question of I think my teacher's greatest strength is, I can go ahead and click the down arrow and see that all responses right now are visible. I can clear them all and say, just show me the responses where they selected caring and click OK. I now then can look at how many, I can look at their other responses, but it allows me to drill down and just look at a part of my data. To turn off the filters, you simply click the filter icon and all of your data will reappear. So those are just a few tools that make analyzing your data in a Google form very easy.